My buddy copy and pasted my COVID message. A little short story on my road trip today, heading up for a fantasy football draft on Devil's Lake, Michigan. Anyway, we have a kid in our group chat who says, "Hey guys, not sure if I'm gonna come because I tested positive for COVID." I honestly didn't even think COVID was a thing anymore at this point. So when he sends this COVID message, I'm like, what the fuck? Because, like, I don't care if you're a conspiracy theorist. I don't care where you stand on the vaccine and all that bullshit. You have to admit that it's pretty fucking obvious at this point that this was a man-made virus that was put into our country to shut it down. I don't care if you think it was for the election. I don't care if you're a big pharma conspiracist. Whatever you want to fucking say, if you really go back and look at the factual information, the way that the vaccine went down and the way the whole pandemic thing went down was fucking sus. I don't care which side of the politics you're on. I don't care where you stand as far as your view on the medical industry. The whole thing was fucking sketchy. And the shit that's going on now with it, like, there are studies that are coming out about how it's affecting the cardiovascular system of specifically males 18 to 30. I mean, there's a lot of weird shit related to the pandemic, to the COVID vaccine, as far as politics, medically. You can't look at it in some way, shape, or form and say, okay, that was a little fucking sus. So just saying the COVID shit has been really fucking weird. And ultimately, the COVID virus is just a man-made version of the common cold. So why the fuck would I stress about that? So when our buddy said he had COVID, he might not come, my initial response was, well, who gives a shit? So I just texted back and said, personally, I don't give a shit if you have COVID. I'm not afraid if you come, but whatever the group is comfortable with. My buddy Sean is the funniest motherfucker I've ever met. Like, if you had to define out of pocket as a person, it would be Sean, with no question. So, and I think everybody knows, especially now with the new iPhones, like, loving a message, liking a message, disliking a message. If you really agree with it, you can even emphasize it. You know what I'm saying? I'm working out, come back to my phone. Text I have is from my buddy Kyle. He's like, did Sean just copy and paste your message about COVID? So I scroll up on my notifications and I see the exact same message that I typed out. Sean has copy and pasted it and sent it. And what made it 10 times funnier is he followed it up with a one-liner, just don't swig my beer. So freaking hilarious. And Sean is just that friend, man. You never know what he's gonna do. That's what made me laugh so hard, is that Kyle immediately texted me like, have you ever seen somebody copy and paste a message in a group chat? And I'm like, no, never in my life. But neither of us were surprised that Sean was the one who did it. So it was just absolutely hysterical. Sean is one of my best friends. I wish I was a little bit bigger so I could literally just get to the point where I have a cameraman document these type of weekends, because this is my good group of buddies from college. And if anyone who has a good group of friends that you go on trips with, you just know the shit that goes down is so entertaining. I guarantee you I'll come out of this with 10 more stories just because of all the stupid shit that we do. And I'm looking forward to recording some stories on this trip. And yeah, that's today's road trip episode. Talks with Tom. My buddy copy and pasted a COVID message.